There is something I would like to address. In American Truck Simulator, the sleeper available for the Kenworth W900 is called a studio sleeper. Now it is not, and I will show you why. This is a studio sleeper. See how it has the long window up top? This has a short window, my truck. It has an aero cab sleeper. Now you can see mine, it has that little divider so you can open the window. And this one does not. This one, I think it's just a newer model. Both the aero cab and the, it's not so loud over here. Both the aero cab and the studio sleeper, in the newer models, I believe. I'm not going to say all of them because I'm not sure, but I think most of them do not have that sliding part, so it's just one piece. And the old ones, I do believe there are some older studio sleepers that have that slider piece again, to where you can slide the window open and closed. Now, what I used to call these sleepers, like my truck has, the aero cab, because they do make aero cab flat tops as well. But I used to call them Aerodynes, and I'll show you why I call them Aerodyne sleepers here in just a second. Okay, one thing I neglected to mention is how this is what I call, Peterbilt got the name. It's called, the Peterbilt name for it is Unibilt, meaning that the cabin sleeper R1. You see the old style, well, I'm gonna have to get a picture of that too, but they just had, if you had a little bit longer of a sleeper, like a 60-inch, you'd have a little, you go to the floor here and come back up a ways to however high, like so, or to the top of the cab, however it would be, and it'd be just a little bit wider than the seats. Yeah, but you can see this is the big open space, and most of the trucks these days running around on the road are what I call Unibilts. So the one piece. You can, I think, order them as a two-piece sleeper and driving cab, where that guy has what appears to be a satellite on his ProStar. Interesting. But it, like, I'm not going to say that. Peterbilt 386. Yeah, it's a 386. I'm not going to say that it has an Aerodyne. Come on, me. A Unibilt, because the Peterbilt, they went in a direction of keeping the two-piece look, but basically just mounting them together and making the hole much bigger between the sleeper and cab for more comfort. Whereas KW, Peterbilt, everybody else, International, Volvo, they all went towards the large, the look where you can easily see that it's just one piece and doesn't make that inwards part. And I can confirm that there are 86-inch, okay, yes, that's what I neglect. Another thing I neglected to mention. This sleeper is a 72-inch sleeper, and the studio sleeper is an 86-inch sleeper. You can, in fact, get the studio sleeper with the slidable top window with the divider. I walked past the truck just a minute ago that had that. And now the aero cab, the reason I like using the Aerodyne term is because the aero cab is not just this cab. The aero cab includes, now let me show you here. I don't even have to open the window and go where it's so loud. In the shade. Okay, you see that gasket? Right behind his handhold there, that black gasket. Now they make, and see how it kind of, the top cab, wow. Driving cab goes backwards with that gasket towards the top there. And now they make aero cab day cabs, which is just the same thing. The cab is the same, only they have a little cap that goes from the top right there, just pretty much goes straight down. That way you have that little bit of extra room, and that's great. Oh, goodbye, Peterbilt. But you can see, or is he just readjusting? Maybe if he makes his corner sharp enough, you'll be able to see. See, he's got that Unibilt. He's got the Unibilt sleeper, and you can. It almost looks like the old style. I'm not sure what's wrong with him, but whatever. But yes, this gasket, and you can also have flat tops, which go up just a little ways higher than the flat top, than the top of the driving cab there. I'd say maybe like 4 to 6 inches, and then just go straight back from there, which I imagine would give you still a pretty decent amount of room. And then you have this, which can be called, I've heard called a raised roof sleeper. But it is very similar to the old Aerodynes, and I will cut in a couple of pictures and do a little bit more talking about that next.
Okay, here is a nice Kenworth W900A with an Aerodyne sleeper. As you can see up top, it's got those two windows, and it's up there. It's angled both back and to the sides, giving it that nice pointy, angular look, which I really like. And since it is angled to the back and to both sides, it actually does have basically the same shape, or I should say, the newer model has basically the same shape as this, only more round, more aerodynamic, which is why I call it an aero cab. However, this is an 86-inch studio sleeper. It's a two-piece, which means it doesn't have that gasket, which means it's not an aero cab, which means my name is kind of wrong. But I guess you just call this a raised roof new Aerodyne. I don't know. I'm sorry about that, but whatever. I don't know why it has a yellow door or is sitting on the ground. These are just pictures that I found off the internet to show you guys, try and educate a little bit. And yeah. And here's a nice W900L. As you can see, it does have an actual aero cab because it's got that gasket and the slightly higher driving cab that's angled upwards. It's got the 86-inch studio sleeper, Aerodyne, aero cab, whatever you want to call it. And, well, I'm not sure if this is going to be a series, but hopefully this will educate you and for the future. So, thanks for watching, and have a good one.